Who owns the estate? The developer or the landlord who bought from the estate? You see, this question is why when you buy a property inside an estate, the developer controls the service fees. This is why when you pay service fees, you start bickering about the cost of your service fee. I saw a video where a lady was crying about how she bought a house in an estate and the service fee is 3 million. This is only a problem because developers in the past have been allowed to be in charge even when they have sold out a particular estate. I asked a particular landlord who bought a property in an estate, I said, do you know where the CFO of the entire estate is? He said he has never set his eyes on the documents for over 20 years that he bought the property. So this is a normal case. Usually things like this are normal. Okay, people, the problem of Nigerians is accommodation problem. They are not interested in perfection. But let's just but let's take a break for a moment and think about this. What if something happens tomorrow to the title of the entire? I'm just trying to create a scenario. What if tomorrow the developer uses the title to this estate to get a loan for another business, not a loan to probably put infrastructure in the estate or develop the estate, but for another business, and he defaults? What do you think will happen to the estate? Your guess is as good as mine. The bank is going to foreclose on that property and sell it, including your title. So what does this mean? You have to take the bull by the horn. But there's a problem. Sometimes, with regards to the service fee, sometimes the contract you sign before sale, before purchasing that property, may make it difficult for you, which is why developers find it hard to subdivide and process for individual CFOs for landlords. Because imagine somebody sells everything in his estate and then decides to still own the estate, and then he has subdivided, gotten individual CFO. There will be no stake for him there. The landlords will just form an association and then contract a third party to manage the servicing of that estate. If you leave it in the hands of the landlord, they will make money out of it. They will contract it, put a profit on the price, and then start making money. But if you, the landlord, come together, create an association, a cooperative association, which by the way we do, create a cooperative association and manage the affairs of that entire estate, it is going to be more affordable. Now, if the developer owns some plots, he is no longer the owner of the estate. He becomes a co-owner in that estate. So when there is need for any change, he with other landlords will gather together and agree on the terms on what to do about the estate. He is no longer in total control. This is the only way service fees can be reduced. And if the developer has sold out, there is no point him holding the entire document in his hands. He can start the process of subdivision. Okay, now this is for those who have bought into the estate. But if you have not bought into this estate, for instance, you're looking to buy a house in Abuja and you want a property that you and other landlords will be in control, 100% control, then you need joint housing by off the plan. How does this happen? This is where people form a cooperative to build a house, move into the house for the purpose of creating affordable accommodation. So when you build this house together, it is more affordable. Okay, you build the house, you buy the land, you build the house, and then you perfect the title. You do it together as a cooperative. But managing a cooperative is not really an easy task. So this is where we come in, off the plan comes in. What we do here is that we bring people from different cooperatives. People from different cooperatives join us. Friends, they can come together and join some other friends who have joined our cooperative. Here, the houses are very affordable. Let's take a house in Katampe Extension. If for rent there, you should be looking at 5 million for a 2-bedroom apartment, 6 million for a 2-bedroom, or 6 million for even a 1-bedroom apartment, up to 15 million for terrace duplex. Now, for you to buy a terrace duplex in Katampe Extension, this is an illustration. For you to buy a terrace duplex, a newly finished terrace duplex in Katampe Extension, you should be looking at 300 million. But if you come together as friends, pool funds together as friends, it's going to be very affordable. You can end up spending about 190 million, 180 million, or even less, or a little bit above. Okay, but now you people are 3. You cannot do this as 3 persons. So this is where off the plan comes. You come in and tell us, okay, we are 3. Please, we need a house. Do you have anything that is available in any developed place? Katampe extension, Wuse, Karimo, the layout where there's infrastructure, there's Jabi, there's Dakibu, there's Wuye, there's Jahi. Anyone that is available, you and your friends can key in. Okay, now you have reduced the cost up to 50 to 40%. But if you decide to buy into an estate, you're going to consider the cost of construction for a developer who probably took a loan from the bank and is paying interest. But you are building by yourself, you're in control, you're buying the materials by yourself, you are in control, you have a cooperative where you discuss issues. You can choose a developer out of what we have given to you. So this is how joint housing works. You can eventually subdivide, get your individual CFO. This will eventually help you to have a bankable title. If you decide to key into off-plan houses, you will not be in control of that estate. The owner of that estate will still be in charge. The person who calls himself the owner will still be in charge. That is one of the disadvantages. An advantage of co-housing, co-construction, co-building, when you build together with other people, just like you're looking for affordable housing. But this time around, you are getting tangible title. You are in charge of the entire title. You are co-owners. You are not just landlords and developers. You all are landlords, you all are developers. You're in charge. But when you come into off the plan, we have already built a structure which makes it easier for you to close and own your houses affordably.